Hi guys, how you guys doing today? I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit underneath the weather today. um, we're gonna do a five card spread today. My kids got me sick really bad. Okay, really bad, guys. And so, yeah, I'm kind of under the weather today. So it's nothing to have to do with y'all. Okay. Okay. So I've been recording videos, but they haven't been, they've been coming out blank for some reason, so I'm doing it over again. And then I get interrupted by everybody, too. I just got interrupted again. So, excuse me if somebody comes out here and starts saying mom or anything like that, okay? So I hope you guys are feeling peaceful today. In your own skin, you love it, feeling yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself that compassion and love that you need. Because nobody's going to give it to you but yourself, okay? Because if you try to seek it out of yourself, you're never going to get anywhere with that in life. And I come to understand that just fine. Okay, spirit guides, my angels, draw near to us, God the Creator, and let this be for my highest conscience and for the best outcome for all of us. Okay. Okay, the first card is going to be what represents what represents mostly on your mind. Okay, and this is going to address the focus on your present, your past, and your future. Okay, and this is going to represent the second card will represent your past and its influence that it has on you at this moment. And then the third card is going to be indicates your present, a situation that dominates your card that will be affecting you at this moment. Okay. I'm sorry, two goes there. And fourthly, this is going to be what you need to heal and surrender in order to move forward. And the fifth card is going to represent your future. The future of this card is going to give you an awareness to what path to keep on going on, okay? To continue, what path to continue on. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit sick today. All right. So for the first one, we have Shadow Self. For the second one, we have Self-Worth. And for the third one, we have Shine. For the fourth one, we have Transformation. And for the fifth one, we have Compassion. Okay. Your shadow work, okay, is one of your most important spiritual awareness that you get from yourself. When you do your shadow work, you know that you have to give yourself more than what you have given a long time, as far as self-love, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-healing, self-love, nurturing yourself with the right foods, because that's going to help you shine. It's going to help you shine and transform into a compassionate person, okay? So as you do your shadow work, you give yourself more of self-improvement, self-love, self-worth. That begins to shine within and to without. And so as you shine, your transformation starts showing all your compassion is the right path you're leading on. Okay? So when you have bumpy roads, when you're doing some shadow work, it's okay. All is wonderful, okay? All is wonderful. All is despite in the mal moment. And when you know this, your third eye starts to open. And now if you notice that their third eye and these are open, okay? Here's another one. On all these cards, the third eye is open. And so when you give yourself that self-love and you reflect in your inner truth and your inner knowing, you become to be more stable mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay. Even though the roads are bumpy, you can still have joy in that time. And so when you have joy in that time, you're challenged, but you're happy and joyful at the same time. Now, you don't control anything. Nobody controls anything. It's nothing is under your control. Let it go. The spirit the spirit understands your confusion. It's overwhelming sometimes, but sometimes the world takes a shift, and we have to suddenly rest to assure that the spirit is coming through to help guide us and heal the worlds within worlds. As long as we take that self motivating time to release any doubts, any fears that you want to leave behind. So be gentle with yourself in the surface of this process, and when you're gentle with yourself in this process, you become more lovable with compassion. Your transformation starts being an everyday thing. So if the parts in you that you don't like, send love and compassion to those parts, and they become to start healing itself. Okay, you have to cleanse your subconscious mind, and so when you do, you start knowing that your self-worth comes right after. Okay, your self-worth comes after, because as you continue to see when others continue to see that you've been doing your work from your shadow self, you start to pick up this self-worth energy and motivation, and you start believing in your own journey. When you start believing in your own journey, guys, you will start shining and harvesting even in those hard times that you're going through. Okay, so your self-worth is one of the most important worthy things you can ever give yourself, more than any other person, because a person can't give you unless you give yourself first. And so this is believing in your believing that you're worthy and you're amazing, because you are. We're all unique. We're all unique beings, and we all have different talents and gifts. We have to learn how to have faith in ourselves, to do our shadow work, and to give ourselves self-love, so you don't have to compare yourself to different people and different different lives of other people. And nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws, and the flaws is what makes you perfect. As long as you find that person that will give you that accepts you for who you are, not bringing you down, but picking you up. Okay, lifting you up. And my mentor is one of the persons I am most grateful for, because they lift me up instead of putting me down. Okay, so your personal power is being measured in yourself. Don't compare yourself with nobody, because you are unique. Okay. When you walk in your shadow, when you take the time to stop walking in other people's shadows, you take a place in your own golden chair to know your self-worth. If somebody tells you you're not worthy, because even though they don't think you're worthy or worth anything, or their time or their money, you are. You are your shadow self in progress, becoming the best version of yourself, with your self-healing, your self-accomplishments. You're perfect. Your power is in yourself and not in others. And so you take this time to always reflect on any questions that you have, that you're asking yourself, And so this is appreciating yourself, and the world is bringing you the most beauty of the most beautiful things that you can think of. The world is gonna bring it to you, to come into your life. So know your own value and worth, because that's the most important thing about doing your shadow work. Okay, your transformation is as you do your shadow work and you start building up your self work. Your transformation is your next most important thing. As your transformation starts beginning, you start transforming into your divine purpose. Okay, and when you give yourself the unconditional love, and you help transform yourself by letting go of the things that no longer serves you, it you stop resisting, and it flows. When it flows more easily, you're not that much stressed or worried, because you took that stillness of that time and went within and give you that self-confidence, that self-motivation, that self-healing, that self-power that you need when people put you down. So your transformation is remaining what what needs to occur in this natural cycles of the natural cycles all around us. Mother Earth, she rebirths every time we have a different season, okay? That's an example. You blossom like a flower or rose blossoms. You might have some thorns on you, but it's okay as long as you find somebody that's going to love you for you. Okay, in this process, in this challenging times, you come aware of who you were, to who you are, and to who you're going to be. Okay, because everything's shining through you. You're a little shine, a Bo Peep shiner, you know? And so the butterfly emergently comes out of its cocoon and starts to fly. Okay, so when a rose buds, it looks beautiful, right? And you can't see the paint on it because of the beauty that it has, and the beauty overtakes the darkness, you know, because the light starts shining through. And so whatever's happening around you in these challenging moments, just know that your transformation is already in the process. So if you're hungered for a greater understanding, a greater purpose, and a greater knowing, you just go within. You just go within, and everything you did not know, your higher self will show you everything that is hidden inside you, as your wisdom is there. You know, in this world, we all have a unique color, and our colors connect with our higher self. Okay, our chakras in our, you know, in our body, that we have to open and unravel to become this transformation. And so your old beliefs, patterns, challenges, everything that you're going through, you know, you're not alone. You always have your higher conscience to go to in this process, instead of embarking in something that is not doing you any good. So even though this journey is invoking your soul sometimes, your transformation is more important than what you've been through, okay? Because what you're becoming is the shining armor of your safe and secure place in this life. When your connection starts becoming a mystery to the divine, you start showing compassion into your life, into your world, into your life. You start others start to see your compassion, your shine, in the transformation that you've been going through, because of your self-worth and your self shadowing self that you've been working on. So when you are concerned and you have no more fears, and you become compassionate with yourself, you become and aware of your understandings of who you are and what your worth is, okay? So your transformation is always important to all of us. Now, compassion is have compassion toward others. Start with a nice compliment. Start with a lovely compliment. Start with compassionate towards yourself, okay? This is about self too. Always about self, not just about others, but this is about loving you and moving towards who you are, to reflect in your soul, transforming into the divine purpose that you are here on this earth and what you're called to do. Don't bring judgment and pains that weight you down internally to make you judge another, because when you judge another, you're not showing compassion, you're showing envy, jealousy. You give people the evil eye. Excuse me, guys. You give people the evil eye, but when you start coming compassionate through your transformation, you start experiencing and learning that compassion that you have in yourself, and you can give it to others because your cup is overflowing. The higher state of conscience that you're in, the higher state of awareness that you become. You know, when you inflict in your shadow self and you start doing your shadow work, sometimes it causes suffering, you know, but you choose to forgive, have compassion, and love. You become that transformation in this new beginning that's happening in your right path that the Spirit is leading you on. We have the ability to grow and to manifest anything in this life because you are the co-creator of your own life. And when you do this, you surround yourself with one heart, and your heart is filled with nothing but love, compassion, transformation, and shining through the light of darkness. Okay, this also tests you in the hardest times that you do your shadow work, your self-worth work, your shining work, your transformation work, your compassion work. You know, sometimes it's just painful and it will weigh us down, and sometimes it's hard for us to go through it and go toward it with love and compassion. Sometimes it's judgmental to ourselves because we judge others because you don't think you're good enough while you are good enough. You have to learn through your experiences. Whatever lessons you learn, those are lessons that you learn that to teach you what you want, what you don't want. Okay, so true compassion is having your self worth to shine through and be poured out to the other people and transforming you to a new person and being. This also is a choice to forgive and have compassion to whatever grudges you hold. Okay, let them go. Bitterness and rage, change it for despite for peace, harmony, and compassion. Okay, and love. And once you do this, your light will begin to choose love, and your choosing love will eventually shine. Let your light shine out from within, and not from with. I mean, from within to without, instead of without to within, because you can change your whole outside, but if your inside ain't changed, then you're just fooling yourself and other people. Okay, and sometimes empaths can see right through that. I'm a Scorpio, so you know um you know um I can I can be compassionate, okay, because you have to go through a lot of trials to start being compassionate. Instead of bearing your wounds, you cut through that cord and go straight to that wound and put healing light in there, compassion in every piece of body that you don't like. You put healing and life and light in that compassionate spot, healing starts beginning, and it starts to hit the spot. Okay, because those deep cut wounds are the most transforming of this whole journey that you're on. So just take that to your higher self-awareness and your conscious mind and grow from it, because you're aware of the experiences that you're learning through these trial times. So always in cross situations, just have compassion in everything you do, because compassion is the most forgiving tool. Okay, so just don't be so judgmental on yourself. Forgive all those people that hurt you, because that's what's going to help you transform into something new and beautiful. Okay, once you become something new and beautiful, you become who you potentially here to be. And so these experiences, always put love, light towards it, because you're never alone. Okay, and you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and release for 4, and then you'll be fine all day. You'll be able to come in that peace inside you, be peaceful because of the choices and reality that you chose to be aware of. And that's what I'm getting for today. And that's what I'm getting for today, guys. So the experiences you learn from it, they're lessons, but those lessons teach you what you guys don't want and what we don't want and what we do want in a relationship, in ourselves, in our jobs, in our children, and so forth. So just always tell yourself, I am filled with thoughts of gratitude. I am filled with thoughts of compassion. I am filled with thoughts of love. I love myself because I am powerful. I am my own co-creator. Okay, that's what it's all about. Co-creating is the most magical, compassionate thing you can have and share with anybody in this world, and that's what we do on YouTube. I mentor because they are the most important thing that made me realize. Not putting me down, but lifting me up, telling me, not in a harsh way, just in a loving way, this is what's going on. I can see right through you. And once they see right through you, they're not going to put you down for it. They're going to lift you up to help you become a better version of who you are. And that's only for the highest good of you, okay, of me. Once we forget to forgive and be still in our heart, we begin to be compassionate toward ourselves, and we can be compassionate toward others. So your chakras are most important, and the heart chakra is most important to this reading because it's compassionate. And once you have that compassion in your heart and you hold it there, then everything else will fall in place, whatever you're pursuing in your life. Okay. Also, always forgive yourself and love with unconditional love, because that's the most important thing in this world. There's two different types of love and unconditional love. And love is a what my mentor says, a Coca-Cola relationship, and a water relationship is something that is heartfelt. Heartfelt, emotional, felt, physically felt. Without, you can touch somebody without touching them. That type of heartfelt compassion that some people just have that connection and some people don't. Some people are here to help lift up this planet Earth vibration, and and to help Mother Earth be satisfied in her children, because all of us are our children, just like our thoughts are our children and our children are our children. You know, we're all children. We're all learning. There's not a day that you should not learn something new, okay? So I think that's where I'm going to leave it there, because my voice is kind of weighting my throat down, is kind of itching. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys stay focused. I send love and light to you guys, in healing to myself with no judgment. Everything is for my highest good, for your highest good. It's not something I react in a unpositive way. I come and made this YouTube to bring positively to myself and to others, to activate our compassion or love that we're keep on suppressing because of our situations around us. So nobody has to go through anything alone. There's so many different mentors on YouTube channel in this world. So once you start by loving yourself, you start attracting the love that you need into your life, okay? That sometimes it will help bring that healing in that healing and that compassion that you need to help build yourself up. They'll be there next to you, helping to build you up too, okay? So send love and light to your wounds, send compassion there, and always love yourself. Be true to yourself, because the truth of compassion is loving you and giving yourself that self-love and self-care, okay? Excuse me. And so I think that's where I'm going to leave it at today. Hope you guys have a blessed evening, a blessed weekend, and I will see you guys as soon as I can. Thank you for being a part of my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping me grow. Why don't you subscribe, like, and you don't have to share if you don't want. It's okay. I prefer you not to. Not just playing. Ciao, guys.